let's look at this problem set for finding volume of composite figures that have missing measurements. Find the total volume of the figures and record your solution strategy. Okay, so I see that this is already broken up for me with a top volume and a bottom volume. I'm going to go ahead and try to do the top volume for a second. Notice again that this measurement matches here to that line. This 2 centimeters is from that line to this line. 6 centimeters continues on the back until it reaches here. So I know that this right here is 6 as well. 10 is all the way across. Okay, so let's look at the top prism so we can find the top volume. And I see that I don't have a length or a width. So let's focus on the length for now. Here I have a length. Here it's the distance from the figure to the edge of the bottom figure. And then I know I have 10 centimeters on that bottom prism. Well, if this is 10 and this is 6, that tells me that this right here is going to be 4 because 4 plus 6 gives me that 10. So my length for the top is 4 centimeters. Now I want to have my width. Again, it's not labeled on the top figure, but I see that this lines up. So 3 is going to be my width there because this measurement lines up. See how this line connects them? That lines up, so that 3 is going to be the same. The height of 4 is there. 4 times 3 is 12. 12 times 4 is 48. So we have 48 centimeters cubed for the top. For the bottom, I'm given everything I need. Length times width times height. That's 10 times 3, which is 30, and 30 times 2, which is 60 centimeters cubed. So now I have 48 plus 60, which gives me 108 centimeters cubed. 108 centimeters cubed. For problem B of our problem set, I have a top volume and a bottom volume. It's already split up for me. And I'm going to try to find some things. Here I have my length for my top volume of 8 meters. I need my width and I need my height. Again, this lines up. I don't see that the lines are not lined up. So since this lines up to this line, which lines up to this line, which lines up to this line, I know my width is 3 meters. My height, they didn't give me either. They gave me the height of the two shapes put together. They gave me the height of the bottom shape. I need to use that to find the height of the top shape. Well, if that is 12, and this here is 6, the height of that bottom shape, then I need to look at my top one. If this is 12, this is 6, this must be 6 because 6 plus 6 gives me 12. So now I have 24 times 6, 24 times 6, 6 times 4 is 24, 6 times 2 is 12, plus 2 is 14. So I have 144 meters cubed for that top volume. Our bottom volume, we seem to have all that we need. Length times width times height. We end up with 30 times 6, and 30 times 6 gives me 180 meters cubed. 180 meters cubed. So now I have 144 plus 180 to get my total composite volume. 0 plus 4 is 4, 8 plus 4 is 12, 1 plus 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3. So our total volume is 324 meters cubed. 324 meters cubed. Question 2. Find the volume of the composite figure. Again, we can tell if it's top, bottom, left, right. It all depends on how you want to break it up. Well, I need to break it up so that it's easy for me to figure out. I see, to be honest with you, if I break it up this way, I'm pretty sure I'm going to have all the information I need, and I won't even need to figure anything out. If I had broken it up this way, I would have had to do more work. But I'll show you the more work way because that is going to be a little more difficult. So let's say you broke it up this way that the red is showing. So now we really are going to have a top volume and a bottom volume. Again, you could have broken it up left and right and everything would be given to you. But for the sake of me helping out, I want to show how it would work if we broke it up this way. Okay, so our bottom figure, I don't know. I know this distance here is 9. And I know this distance here is 3. Based on this, they're touching, right? They're touching, nothing's overlapping. So the total distance there is going to be 12. So I'm going to write that as my length for the bottom, the bottom is 12. My width is 9 and my height is 3. 12 times 9, that's 108. 108 times 3. I have to do the math for that one, everybody. 3 times 8 is 24. 3 times 0 is 0, plus 2 is 2. 3 times 1 is 3. So this volume here for the bottom is 324 inches cubed. Okay. For the top, we have a length, we have a width. Okay, we have a length and a width, so I'm going to write 9 times 3. I have the total shape. The total shape has a height of 9. This bottom shape has a height of 3. So if this is 3, what would that be? Well, 3 plus what gives me 9? You got it, 3 plus 6. So now I have 27 times 6. 6 times 7 is 42. 6 times 2, 12, plus 4 is 16. We have 162 inches cubed for that top shape. So now 162 plus 324. I'm going to line that up. 4 plus 2 is 6. 2 plus 6 is 8. 3 plus 1 is 4. So our answer is 486 inches cubed. Woo! 486 inches cubed. Last problem for our problem set. A rectangular tank with a base area of 24 centimeters squared is filled with water and oil to a depth of 9 centimeters. The oil and water separate into 2 layers. When the oil rises to the top, if the thickness of the oil layer is 4 centimeters, what is the volume of the water? Okay, so a rectangular tank has a base area. Area of the base is 24 centimeters cubed. Or I'm sorry, squared. It's area. It's squared. And he fills this tank with water and oil to 9 centimeters. 9 centimeters. Cool. The oil rises to the top. So this is oil, this is water. I like labeling the information that they give me from the problem, so it makes it a lot easier for me. The oil and water separate into 2 layers, like we can see when the oil rises to the top. If the thickness of the oil layer is 4 centimeters, what is the volume of the water? If this is 9, what's this, guys? This is going to be 5. So to find the volume, I'm going to use area of base times height. The area of the base is 24. going to multiply it by the height of the water. So now I have 24 times 5. 5 times 4 is 20. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 2 is 12. The volume of the water is 120 centimeters cubed. 120 centimeters cubed. All right, guys, look it over. Make sure that you're understanding how to get these answers before you start working on your homework.